Madam, we are back to you for more updates on the ongoing exercise.
Oh, thank you very much. So, when we do the registration, Electoral Commission has already provided these registers, physical registers, where we are writing with a pen. Then we are going to display them. In case you have a complaint about someone who has registered, you can raise it, and we shall handle it. Then we shall do the nomination. Nomination is registering people who want to contest for this position. And then when we are done with the nominations, we shall have elections on 23rd for village women committees. And then we shall also have elections for the chairperson's LC1 on the 28th of July. Now, we have different timetable on the polling day. On the polling day, for women committees, we expect that people in a village are going to gather in a public place, which will be communicated to you by the village election officer in the village from 9 to 11 a.m. That is on 23rd. And then from 11 a.m. to 11:30 a.m., the village election officer is going to do voter education and train you and tell you how the voting will proceed after you have been verified as a voter. And then from 11:30 to 2:30, we shall vote by lining for each position.
We are lining up.
We line behind our candidates or their portraits or their agents if they are not present. And then we elect for each position. There are 5 positions for women councils. So the voting is going to take that time. We shall vote for each position, chairperson, women council, vice, all the positions. We finish them, and then we write all the forms and we declare the winners. I repeat that we have the chairperson, the vice chairperson, the secretary, publicity secretary, and secretary for finance for women councils. Then we have the program for LC1 chairperson elections. For them, because it involves many people in a village, almost everyone. So the time for coming to the voting area has been extended. I mean, it is longer, from 7 up to 10.
7 a.m. to?
Up to 10 a.m.
At 10 a.m.
Yes, like time of coming.
Oh, time of coming.
If you want to come early, you come early, and they check you in the village register. They verify that you are there, and you wait for the others. Immediately at 10, the village election officer is going to start doing voter education, teaching the voters who have come how the voting will happen and the procedures and how they will line behind, how the candidates should not look behind when lining has started. Then at exactly 11 a.m. we start the lining up and counting of votes up to 11:30. So the whole country expects to start the voting at the same time at 11 a.m. up to 11:30. We should have finished the lining up behind our candidates for chairpersons LC1, and we should have finished the counting. And then after that, we fill the forms and declare the chairperson elect up to 12 noon. And then after that, from 12 noon, the chairperson elect is supposed to nominate the 6 members of the committee and seek approval from the village council. Voters within the village who will have come, who will be present, and when they say, "I nominate Anne Mary as a presiding as my vice chairperson," people are right to say no or yes by show of hands. So in case they refuse a person, the chairperson will nominate another person. I know that our chairpersons who will have gone through know why the people will have refused someone. But of course, they cannot continuously refuse a person to be a vice chairperson. So for each position, it will be like that until all the 6 positions have been filled for our full executive to be declared and the respective forms filled. So that will be the day for the chairpersons. Lining up, voting by lining up is different from the national election of secret ballot, where we vote from 7 up to 4. Voting by lining up is an instant activity.
Yes.
So if it happens when you have not come, you can't come after when they have already declared and say that you have not voted. That is why we are on radios. We are on very many radios, and we thank the BCU radio for hosting us, because it is only through you that the voters can get this information and the wide listenership that you all have. So we thank you, and we expect that everybody by that time would have really listened to one of us. It is not only here in Mbale, it is everywhere. It is on many radios. The media has been good to the Electoral Commission, and through you we reach the people. We expect that this exercise will happen. We all know what happened in 2018. People were really struggling. That's why we are saying it must be a public place, so that all candidates can be comfortable to vote in that place. If we take the voting to a chairperson, LC1, a candidate, then there will be problems. There can be issues of conflict of interest, maybe influenced some people, or maybe gave them anything. So we expect that we shall use public places where everyone can go comfortably without saying the other person is my opponent. Also, my appeal is that we are just after the elections, the general elections, and some people may have been hurt during those elections. So we should take care that this is a different election. These are leaders who are closer to us. If someone was not supporting the presidential candidate you wanted as a resident in the same village, this person you are here to vote for different people. So we should not carry what happened in the general elections to this election, because this election actually affects all of us individually. When you want to get a birth certificate, a death certificate, to register as a Ugandan, to get a passport, to apply to go to the university, you have to get a recommendation from the chairperson. If you want to go to UPDF to join police, to apply even for some jobs, they ask for the village recommendation. If you want to open a bank account, they ask for those letters. So these are people who are very close to us. So we should vote them without really thinking about this person hurt me, this person did this. Let us vote our able members of the village to be our leaders, who will judge our cases, because LC1 is the first court, who will judge our cases well. So we request everyone to participate. Don't lay behind, because this person will still be your leader even when you don't participate. They will be the chairpersons. So during this election, there are some offenses which people may think that they are not affecting them. But if, for example, you forge, we have some forgeries where someone can come and say I am unmarried when actually they are not. So let us not forge any documents when we are doing these things. You can also forge and say I am you bring maybe a national ID which does not belong to you, and you have a wrong document for you to claim that you belong to a village when actually you don't. Let us not do any forgery, because anything submitted can always be used against you. It is you are not supposed to give government wrong information. Then some of our candidates are going to have posters. They are going to really put their posters for visibility, for voters.
That's where I was coming to. Are we going to campaign? Do we have time?
Yes, we do. We have time to campaign. So for the women councils, the women chairperson committee members who are going to contest, for them they are going to campaign from 20th up to 22nd, because the election is on 23rd. Then for the chairpersons LC1, they are going to campaign from 20th up to 27th. Because for them their election is on 28th. So we have time for campaigning. So during that campaign, and people are using their campaign materials as posters and whatever, we are not supposed to deface them. We are not supposed to destroy them. because we are in an election mood and people have put in money, let us not tear, remove any election materials wherever they are pinned. And still in this election, bribes are not allowed. We should not bribe people with the intention to solicit votes. Let us talk to people and tell them what we will do for them as their leaders. Then also corrupt offering to voters any food, drinks, refreshments, that is also an offense. Because it may influence voting. And if someone proves that you gave people food and it influenced their voting, if they prove this one in court, then your election can always be cancelled. Then use of threats. Some people are telling people that they will threaten, they will use violence, that they will beat them. Let us restrain from this behavior, because we should live together as Ugandans. This voting of a chairperson, why should we really be quarreling over it? Most of them, they are our relatives, they are our friends, they are our neighbors. So it is difficult to find a stranger as a resident of a village. So
true.
most of them, we know them, we see them as they are walking to church, as they are going to the mosque, as they are going to school. So let us live as harmoniously, and when we are doing the voting, even if you don't like someone, you can always campaign for the person you like without attacking the other. We are all exercising our democratic right, and there is no Ugandan who has more than one vote. All of us are Ugandans. You can only vote for only one, and you carry only one vote. The rest, you convince them that this candidate is better than the other. Then even these people, you as a voter, when you accept money from a candidate or a gift from a candidate, knowing that it's going to influence you the way you vote, you will also have committed an offense. Sometimes we think that corruption or bribery is only for the person giving. Even the person who is receiving commits an offense. So let us desist or refuse all these gifts and money from candidates, because we will also be committing an offense. You have not worked for it, why should you receive it?
Yes.
Then publishing of false statements. Some people will start saying, oh, the other one is already very sick, he will not even finish this term. Why should we support them? When you are not having, you don't have the right to talk about someone's health. So we should desist from, as I said, let us not talk about other candidates. If you have your own candidate and you are supporting them, support them without referring to the other, because we can always win even when we don't compare ourselves with the other candidates. Then interfering in campaign meetings. We shall talk to the candidates after the nominations about how they can campaign within the village. And for God's sake, if someone is already campaigning at a trading center, why do you also come and say you want to campaign? It means that somehow you are ready to fight with these people. If you find your fellow candidate, because when we nominate, we don't have classes that this one is an upper candidate, this one is a lower one, this one is not supposed to campaign. All of them are equal. The good thing is no one is going to have paid. Everyone will have been nominated for free, and we expect that they are all equal, and campaigning is going to be for all of them. So when you find that your fellow candidate is campaigning in a certain place, you can go and campaign in the other part of the village until this person leaves, like that. And then during the time of voting, you are not supposed to stop the presiding officer, interrupt their work. There are people who want to really come in front of the presiding officer, and they don't want maybe this presiding officer to continue counting. That will be an offense. If the presiding officer says, I had started counting and so stopped me from continuing the counting, then it will be an offense. Then we have this selling of intoxicating liquor or substances within a few meters from the polling area. Some people want to disrupt, and when you start selling alcohol, selling some things which attract people, in the nearby, in the vicinity of the polling station, it will mean that you want these people to leave what they are doing to come and take your liquor. We can always wait until the end of the voting, but we are also going to see how distant it can be, because sometimes you find that the voting is taking place in a trading center. So we shall see how we can really push the voting if it is in a trading center, but in the sides where the liquor is not, because somehow someone may not close their bars if they have paid their license, operating legally, and then you say now you have to close. But I have seen that some places, some people who really value democracy, they close. For this time, let me close until they finish voting, and then after voting, when we are jubilating, people will come and take liquor, because you know that it may affect the election. This is our election. There is no foreigner, there is no stranger. We are all residents here, and we will all be looking at one thing: getting the right chairperson. It is bylining. I think bylining, there is no cheating.
No.
So everybody will have seen that this person has gone through. The line is long, and they will be the village election officer is a person you know in your village. So I expect that this time the lining, it has its own challenges, because once there is violence, it becomes very difficult to manage.
To control.
It can be violent, and it also causes hatred, because sometimes we don't know what people think about us, and we have a lot of expectations from the community, and we have maybe worked hard to make our communities better, but then when you contest, you get surprised that someone has not supported you.
True.
But those surprises should be expected, and we shouldn't take them in bad faith. Someone would have just said that yes, you are a good person, but you are not fit to be our chairperson. And maybe you are fit to be any other person in the village. Thank you very much.
Right, simyasa about BC Radio tsotsinda chika utamsayo lihumina msamsongene wengile titahoba tsingene sawa ate indela ye angule musodio aluna halwesha lelo ndini madamu tinsingwire Ana Mary kade musonywa osina kadobenga umwena hobanga ahokanira lista liyewe niye district elections administrator oba returning officer Humbale district wakanihile bikali wali holomari luzungu too much, but kane mbe summarizing and then utahobanga funao sina some codes titahobanga tita in namenye nada questions coming in for you, madam, so you better get ready. Yes, amahobanga kani aho bikali, yes waliwo imbuka isa hobanga ho campaigning ira manyabuso hozaso hobenga ho checkinga hobenga holonda committee ziteba kelema so stegeza inweba kelema hobanga mu campaigninga from 28th to 22nd kubange nyota holonda mangu. Then LC1 chairpersons, you have time from 20th to 27th. Yes. Wawa mai wabango kanihila bubi your rival candidate wa show. You're not allowed to threaten anyone. Bi kalibiesa mahobanga kanihaho. Ateni na olo more fauta kana chukumi you a receiver. Kane hubenga siselisila itawe diyo hubango hola biye hukulisabye hunywa around polling station kubanga wabona abandu betule witse ni waraji olomori hatale hali yao ni nasho siselisila itawe. I think with that, madam, allow me we have some codes and we get some questions, is it?
Yes.
Okay. Uzuram samsna netrano ndwela 000 ndwela 0 samsrano snane ndwela 00 tibili isi kano bengo reba sireba shosi tana hubyesa mahobanga akaniha bikali kani abenga ahuira ma obatawe unabangu huweliza a text message or WhatsApp message huziro msamsna nitrano ndwela 000 ndwela kane madam abenga ahuiramo hombuka iyo ingene nga selinda koze teife bindu bikali byese returning officer abelenga akani hahonga huirenga harengela halu hata hubanga habawo sina mai so hariori maybe sisende ni simpapulata just come ulumna Uganda umenya isoli you're 18 years and above u qualifying already ngolum kelema you qualify nibika libesa belinga kani ho nenga oni hubanga umenya osena ho village is hobanga ate ho holondela BCU radio kuli kumoyo kweba masaba. Hello
my identity
wanji
abo no siena
wanyala horekeresa papa
Anawanya ukuleza.
Anya hurekeresa.
Kale.
Sirebo.
Unomula ntigederi kwame uchigalavo.
Yes, Derek.
Batima chendi kuteza. Omuntu abe aba mu village gindi ekyo Amaleze bamwandikire mu village gindi. Atagona mu village gindi ekyo asobola kulondera mu village gindi ekyo.
All right, kana kuirem. Okay. Yes.
Besu ko moti ba nakuja kubye kulonda. Nanuza uli responsible kulonda bato.
Uli responsible kulonda.
Nkubada ko kutangira kulondesa.
Bata kulondesa. I think horeba nan bata hubanga balondesa kuno hano harua and just like general elections I think utahubanga hofuna bata hubanga bamila ila Electoral Commission yes manda you understand uhamayasi bamo polisindu kanisibenga shamila ila leyo ata huilamo ngani BC radio.
Hello
BCU kumoyo kweba masaba.
Hello BC radio.
Yes please. Godfrey Masaba, yes.
Ndikutela mai yeti kina nayo zibiri jivinda anapo nanga zirigisa chikwa za nanga chamani barimo bakare nyono balikuyanza buwaidi bwa batu ne babenga bavuya mu register baza handi cyenke bagana batu bandi benje mu register ekyo ne kibakiya yena muka.
Okay. Right. Right, Godfrey. With this, he's asking, the current LC1 chairpersons are stopping people from registering, updating their registers. Yes, atahobanga ahuilamo ishoni nasho nisirebo shosi sana we have a few minutes hubenga hotila ilala hubanga ureba hoharulu hata hubanga hulonda LC1 chairpersons. Madam returning officer hunina hello wanje Bududa district right. Strictly hutahubanga huima humikong not so lining up strictly seli viet machine ati machine ya failing le binebye fe strictly hutahubanga lining up not so you're picking some lugisu yes I think I'm back to you answer our questions hubenga huiyongela yo kusimia swela homba utisaba BC radio. Okay, he has the questions for you there. Okay.
Okay, I will answer this one later. Now, thank you very much. And thank you, listeners, for the questions. It means that you've been following our program. Maybe before I even answer the question, there's something that I skipped.
Okay.
That when we are electing the 7 committee members of the village local council, the 3 of them must be women. We know that as a country we have affirmative action for women, and a third of the members are supposed to be women. So out of the 7 people, the chairperson and these other 6, 3 of them must be women. So please, members, the chairpersons who are intending to contest, you should have that one in mind, that during the time of nominating the committee, you should have 3 of them as women. Now, on the 28th, that is even far, Anyway, the person who has asked from Bududa is a man. But even for women who are listening to this radio today, voting is going to be by lining behind our preferred candidates throughout. It is only at the district level for women councils, because for them they are going to reach the district and the national level. At the district it will be by secret ballot, but the village, parish and sub-county, we are lining behind our preferred candidates. So it is strictly by lining behind our preferred candidates. Then the registering as a resident in a village, and you are willing to come and register with our village election officials, is not determined by the incumbent chairperson.
Okay.
We are supposed to register. As I said, we have qualifications. Someone comes and says, me, I reside in this village. I have my national IDs here and the NIN number. And we shall see that the person is above 18 years.
Yes.
18 years by of age, it means that someone was born, because the cutoff is on 10th of July. So it means someone must have been born before 10th of July, or 10th or before of 2008. So your birthday must be 10th of July and below of 2008. So if someone comes and qualifies that way, we register them in the register. We don't need to negotiate that
this else one
don't, this one don't. No. At this moment, that is not what we are doing. We are doing registration of willing people who come to register with us. Then, if someone has any issue about the person they have registered, you register Anne Mary in this village. And for me, I know that Anne Mary stays in village B. I wait during the display. It is only during the display when the person is supposed to come and say Anne Mary does not reside in our village with evidence. And then when people come and complain about the registration of a person, we have a parish complaints committee which is going to handle that case, saying, hey, why has this person said this person does not belong to our village? So those things will be handled during the display. But for now, every willing resident who wants to register in a village should be registered. So the chairperson's LC1, we should not get involved at this level. For you should mobilize people to go and register, but don't determine who should be registered. And if you have an issue with any person who has been registered, you wait for 13th and 14th for you to raise the issue of the person who has been registered. Then this registering in a different village. One, we don't expect this, but if you register in a village A, it means that you are a resident of a village A and you are going to vote or be voted for in village A. If you register in village A, when you are aware that you belong to village C, during the display, people are going to complain about your registration and prove that you are actually a resident of village C and delete you from the register of village A. Unfortunately, during display, we don't register afresh. So most likely you will remain nowhere. So I request that all of us as Ugandans, let us be truthful to ourselves and register in the villages where we are residing. Instead of now trying to say that since my brother is contesting in this village, let me go and register in another village and become a chairperson also in that other village. People will complain because in Uganda our elections are open and everybody knows. That's why we are on BCU trying to educate the public. They will know what to do and they will remove you from that village. So let us ensure that we register in villages where people know us as the residents of those villages. I think I've already answered the issue of people being stopped from
yes.
So, and I hope that all of our questions have been answered. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much for coming around. Sindachika tsotaberenga tsikendera ilala simyasura about this radio. Maybe just to summarize, amalo mari ababali who stopping abantu who banga registering they have no right. Urumna Uganda omenya isu menya onichimia hali humina standard above. Oldini right who tsababenga bahuandi hisa we kubanga oba mu village B atiso wabone bana hulonda ho kano crossing ba registering village C bataho displaying register and they will be disqualified. Sebana huwe chance hulombaroba bahuandi hise yo tawe hubiesa mahubanga akani habikali honi hubanga huyongelela ilala. Thanks so much, madam, for coming around. Maybe if you have a final word.
Oh, thank you very much, moderator, for today, and thank you, BCU, for hosting Electoral Commission Mbale. We are so grateful, and I thank also the listeners for listening in to this program. This is a national program. You will hear from different places, different people. In case you have any issues, Electoral Commission offices are open in the whole country, in every district, and we have a sub-county election officer in every sub-county. We have a parish election officer in every parish. We have a village election officer in villages, and we shall have polling day officials in every village. If you know those people and you have any complaint, you can raise it with them and get more clarifications. Don't die in silence. Get information. It is everywhere, in all media, in the print media, in the social media, even in the videos. So if you really want to get information, you can get it from all places. Even if you want to contest in Mbale, you can get information from Arua, from wherever, because it's the same. We are doing the same thing the whole country. I thank you and wish you a good evening.
Thank you.